Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And it's time for another daily dose of dismal D&D.
Oh, see.
Look at that.
Threw you there.
Threw you a little bit. Yeah, we're going to talk about Dungeons & Dragons. We're going to talk about the future of D&D, which is looking pretty grim, I think, as far as the tabletop version goes. But it's interesting. The CEO of Hasbro has been talking about Baldurs Gate 3 for quite some time. And he's like, this is the direction we want to go in. And Larian Studios is a fantastic partner. Now it's coming out that they're not going to do a Baldurs Gate 4 with Larian.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah. So let's talk about this, because this reminds me of back in the 90s when Hasbro decided they wanted to be a video game company back then too, and they pulled their licenses and they tried making games themselves and it failed miserably.
Yep.
I think they're going to probably do that again.
I think that's what they're trying to do again too, because it doesn't make any sense. You had Baldur's Gate 4 or 3, which made all kinds of money, won all kinds of awards, did all this stuff, and then instead of the DLC that people thought they were getting, and instead of making a fourth one, you're just going to go do what?
Well, okay, so I don't know. They could either be doing everything in-house, they could be...
That's what I'm wondering.
They could be working with another studio, or they could be getting ready to sell it to Tencent, which is what was rumored. And then it's Tencent's problem, and they can, basically let's not write up any more contracts, and let's just get this thing ready to sell it.
But here's the problem with that. Hasbro itself, without this, are they doing well enough with their toys and stuff to be able to do that?
No.
So if they get rid of D&D, isn't it going to pretty much take out the whole company? So they'd have to sell the entire company.
I don't know. I mean, the other thing, which, they talked about the gamification of D&D and turning it into a virtual tabletop and basically a shitty mobile app, which I've been saying they've been pivoting in that direction for years. But I could see Hasbro just becoming an IP rights holder and then just licensing out D&D and Transformers and G.I. Joe to people that actually want to make the products. I don't think they want to make anything. Basically, Hasbro wants to pull a Disney and they want to just print money, sit back and let the money just, pile up in their coffers without having to do anything to work for it. That's what they want. Right. So let's talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, you get woohoo if you do.
Woohoo!
I'm going to say right now, Chris Cox needs to be terminated from Hasbro. The stock has dropped off a cliff. This company has no direction whatsoever. They've been laying people off. They laid off a bunch of people who worked on D&D before Christmas. I mean, man, that's tight.
They were laying off people who worked with Larian. So this shouldn't have been that much of a surprise, because they were the people they had that were working with Larian to do Baldur's Gate, that would be working with them for moving forward. They got rid of.
Yeah, but...
So, I mean, I guess it was...
But that's what they've been using to say that D&D was doing great. They're like, oh yeah, Baldur's Gate did fantastic.
Yeah, that's true.
It would be a no-brainer. Let's do a Baldur's Gate 4 with Larian Studio. Nope.
Or is Larian demanding too much? Like, they say, okay, we'll do it, but we want, this, and this. I don't know. It's weird. It's just
very weird. So this dropped yesterday. Hasbro calls Larian an incredible partner after studio confirms it won't be making Baldur's Gate 4. This comes from IGN. No word on the future of the franchise after Larian confirms they're not making Baldur's Gate 4. They're officially finished with Baldur's Gate. Director Sven Vink revealed at the new GDC. I don't know if he screamed it or not, but confirming the studio has scrapped its DLC plans and won't be making Baldur's Gate 4. So this isn't like they're going to pivot like, oh, now we're going to go do, instead of doing Forgotten Realms, we're going to do Kryn, we're going to do Dragonlance. Maybe we'll do... No, this is like, they're not even doing DLC for this game, and it's one of the best-selling games of the year. That means the contract is done.
Or maybe Larian dropped them.
Well, it might be. They might be like, yeah, you guys are like, I don't know what the hell's going on here, but we're not getting a real good feeling about it.
Some kind of division has hit somewhere.
In a statement sent to IGN, Hasbro responded by calling Larian an incredible partner, but offered little insight into what's coming next. Larian has been an incredible partner. Together, we are proud of the success of Baldur's Gate 3. Watch this space for more on some awesome D&D games we're bringing to life through Hasbro's studios and our network of licensing partners.
There you go. Boom.
We have an unbeatable library of toy and game brands and many fantastic partners around the world, including China. I added that last part.
This is a very Disney-esque statement.
Yeah, like you have one of the most critically well-received role-playing games of all time, one of the best-selling games of the year. It's money in the bank to do DLC. It's money in the bank to do a Baldur's Gate 4. And you're just like, nah, we're not. We're going to go in a different direction with it. Like,
but wait, but this is interesting. They said last year Wizards of the Coast confirmed to cancel 5 D&D games in development with various studios.
Are they getting ready to sell it?
I don't know. Or that's going to try to make it all themselves because it's cheaper.
I don't know.
Or they get to keep all the money because if that would sound like a lot of money, but they had to split it. They didn't get to keep it.
I would not want to start a new game studio in this economic climate right now. And you got to remember, Chris Cox is from Microsoft. Cynthia Williams is from Microsoft. These are video game people. And they're trying to treat D&D like a video game franchise. And we've seen a lot of AAA franchises just collapse this year. Like Hasbro wants to do everything but be Hasbro. They want to do everything but be a toy company. It's ridiculous. Yeah, they said it's an impressive sum of money, even as the company has struggled overall, experienced revenue decline of 15%, but they made $90 million off of Baldur's Gate 3. Wizards confirmed last year it canceled, 5 games.
Yeah, that's what I said.
What the hell? For now, work continues apace on Baldur's Gate 3 with additional evil endings, among other things, but they canceled one of the DLCs.
No, expansions in general.
Yeah. Larian started work on Baldur's Gate 3 DLC, then canceled it. The studio was elated. Wow, this is not good news, guys. Like, I am sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but there is absolutely positively something afoot with Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know if they're going to sell it. I don't know if they're going to license it out, but they're getting rid of everybody that worked on it. They're pivoting to AI. They're getting rid of Larian, which is like the only thing they had going for them that was working out. But like
they're going to go to Associated Studios from the company, and it's Associated Studios.
But that doesn't mean the game's going to be any good. There have been a lot of shitty Dungeons and Dragons video games over the years. You know, just because it's Dungeons and Dragons doesn't mean it's going to be good. It's got to be a studio that knows what the hell they're actually doing, and Larian actually knows what they're doing. You know, it could have been called something else, and it still would have been a good game. You know, so I think Hasbro, like Disney, overestimates the value of the trademark that they own. Like, if the product's not any good, it doesn't matter what you call it.
So are they going to have the Dances and Dragons?
Dances and Dragons.
The prom game, or Donuts and Dragons?
Oh,
for the coffee shop?
Donuts and Dragons. I was thinking that's for the plus-sized adventurers out there.
Well, that'd be me then, Donuts and Dragons.
Donuts and Dragons. Oh my God, we need to make that game. Donuts and Dragons. Yeah. So they're like, yeah, we're going to do more games. They're just not going to be with Larian. That's not good, guys. This is not good. And it's a very generic corporate statement. You know, stay tuned. Watch this space. We've got big plans coming. Honest, we do.
We're at the big industry event, but we're not going to say what they are.
Yeah.
Just that plans are coming. It's like Disney. How many times have they given out blue sky shit that they never actually delivered on at D23 and stuff?
That's what's going on here. This is come from Game Rant. They said there's the optimistic view of Dungeons and Dragons video game future comes as the franchise's core game is preparing for a major update later this year. Last month saw Wizards of the Coast confirm the release of the 1 D&D rulebooks featuring major overhauls to the game mechanics from D&D's 5th revision. Many expect the books to mark a fully new version of D&D, but they said basically...
So wait, how many classes are going to be left?
Yeah, I know, right?
And they're going to probably add new classes like, barista.
Battle barista. Battle barista.
DJ.
Yes. It's
Gay professor.
Gay professor. Oh my God, that's Dumbledore. That's a different...
Yeah, well...
That's problematic.
But NASA's getting their own adventure later this year.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, well, there you go. Because nothing says Dungeons and Dragons like space.
I know, right? I can't. It's
NASA.
I can't. Well, it's like Magic the Gathering with all the TV shows and the toy lines and stuff. They just keep dragging in the Magic the Gathering. I'm like, it's just a product. It literally to them is just a product. It's just a trademark they own. I don't think the guy in charge of Hasbro has any love for any of this stuff. I think he's just winging it from quarter to quarter. I don't know, but
Cox likes to do a lot of things by himself.
Oh no. So there we go, guys.
Get screwed.
Yeah, ultimately, yeah. It doesn't matter what he does. That you're gonna get screwed. And he's gonna come in. He's gonna ruin everything. He's gonna fuck it all up.
What do you mean? He's gonna ruin everything. He already has.
And then he's gonna leave. He's gonna leave whoever's next with a huge
with a golden parachute. And
with a golden parachute. Yeah, basically these C-suite individuals, they get paid to fuck everything up, and then they leave and they're set for life. It's ridiculous. But that's it, guys. That's what's going on. So I don't think it looks good. I think that's another sign that something is very wrong with D&D. And there's definitely some kind of a plan being formulated right now, whether or not that means licensing it out or selling it off or whatever. But it's very clear that they're tying off existing business relationships. They're tying off existing employment relationships. You know what I'm saying? That's never a good sign. We're going to wrap this up.
Yes.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.